Hello, gentlemen. As you begin to earn a lot of money, there are seven financial traps you should never fall into. Because if you fall into any of these traps, my friend, you are putting yourself in a very, very bad situation. And there's nothing to write home about. Because if you find yourself in any of this situation, it's never too late as long as you're watching this video to turn back. So, what are the seven financial traps that you should never fall into? The first one you should never fall into is what I call LI. And LI stands for lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation. When you start making a lot of money, it's not the right time for you to say, "Oh, I need to buy that new car, or I should go and change this, or I should get that new expensive wristwatch." Of course, these things are necessary, but you should understand that you don't need to do these things to impress anybody. Everybody's in a class of their own. You don't need to try to outshine your classmates or your friends by buying the most expensive things. It's just not necessary. Because if you're acting like that, if you're thinking that way, you are still a little child. You need to understand these basic things. And the second thing that you should never fall into, a very big trap, is what I call GRQ. And GRQ stands for what? Get rich quick scheme. Okay, there's a point in your life when you actually earn a lot of money, and then you say, "Oh, maybe I should invest in this coin, or I should invest in that coin, or I should invest in this or that." These are scams, financial scams. People design these things with no backup. There's no evidence that these coins exist. Okay, so don't try to put your hard-earned money, your hard-earned $100,000, your hard-earned $10,000, whatever amount it is. Don't try to be tempted to put your money in these things. You are going to lose all of your money. It's a very, very big trap. The third trap you need to avoid. Okay, of course, I'm victim of this. Is what I call IB. The IB is what I call what impulse buying. This is where you before you used to price down items, okay? Before you used to price down items, but now because you are just going to the marketplace, you see a nice wristwatch that you say, "Oh, I should buy that wristwatch." You see a nice shoe somewhere, you say, "Oh, I should buy that shoes." You see something on the fancy store, you say, "Oh, I should buy that shoes." Someone comes and introduces you to something, maybe a course or something online. Say, "Well, I should buy this thing," just because you feel that you have the money. No, you need to understand that this is a very, very wrong approach. I should learn how to control the things that you need. Separate what you need from what you want and what you feel is right. And the fifth thing that you need to understand is that you should avoid partying. As a young person, partying is not the right thing for you to do. When you start earning money, it's not the right thing for you to go to clubs, go to bars, and spend money on this and alcohol and all of this. It's just not the right thing for you to do. It's very, very bad. And by the way, the six and seven ones that I'm going to share with you are very, very important because they can be this foundation that you need for your knowledge. The seventh one that you need to do is that the seventh thing that you need to avoid is lending money. Stop lending money to your friends. Stop lending money to your people around you. Okay, you can must only lend money if you are willing to part with that money. Because if you lend money in the hope that the money is going to be returned, you are going to be disappointed. You are not a central bank. You are not the bank in any way. You are not giving out loans. Okay, this is your hard-earned money. So keep it, invest it for yourself. Do not lend money to people except you are giving the money. Okay, it is very, very important. The sixth thing that a lot of people fail to do is that when they start making a lot of money, they feel like they know enough and they no longer seek knowledge. Okay, you need to seek knowledge. Knowledge is never wasted. Learn more about the money that you have. You need to continue feeding your mind with the right information so that you're able to handle whatever money that you have. Okay, so that you do not fall to the side. You need to continue feeding your mind so that you are very stronger and you understand the things that you deal with. And finally, the seventh one that you need to understand is that you must learn to compare prices. Don't just buy the first item that you see on the marketplace. Don't just buy preach the first offer that you receive from anybody. Don't just go out and spend the money like that. Learn to compare prices. Try to be thrifty sometimes, okay? It's going to help you build financial discipline and control your resources. And like always, friends, I hope that this makes sense and you apply this in your life. And like always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.